Hello everybody, my name is Aaron James Draplin. I'm 48 years old. I'm a graphic designer working out of his backyard here in Portland, Oregon, and these are my daily EDC Essentials. Did I get that one? Okay, put that one to tape. All right, starting over here in the corner, we have a DDC brand ass pocket handkerchief, okay? Here's a little magic trick for you guys. Thank you, okay. Okay. Moving right along, we have a Timex x DDC Scout watch. Super cool. I wear a watch again, right? And they're affordably priced. And you know, I didn't get into graphic design for, I don't know, paychecks and stuff. Somewhere along the way, I got to make a watch. So go check these out, DDC $199. Should I even throw this in? I'm just gonna throw it in. Okay, listen, I don't know if this is cool or whatever, but it's just this little sack I got from, Carhartt, I don't know, off of Amazon or something. But I use this thing ferociously because, call it a man purse or whatever. I need something just to collect all my stuff, my glasses, my things, my stuff in one safe spot. So this little guy, I've been using it daily, right? Daily. All right, we have a tape measure, and I know there's a world of tape measures you can get out there, but this is just an old sketchy Evans 8-footer, vintage guy, a couple bucks off of eBay. But why I like it the most is just this incredible little logo. It's a reminder to slow things down, use stuff, measure things and things, whatever, see where you're at. But just because it's from 60 years ago, that could still work. It's not a dirty word, right? Don't forget about these little things, okay? And here we have a chapter knife by James Brand up against Huckberry, right? You can see the little logo, but here's why I use this thing every day. When records come into the shop, this is what I open, the packaging with, get into the cellophane, peel off the sticker, this little guy and this little guy only. And I've been here now 3.5 years, and I use this thing, hourly to get in and out of these packages and stuff, right? So that's my little James Brand chapter knife. All right, of course, you guys should look into these. They're called iPhones. You can call people, you can take pictures of things, all sorts of shit. But what I will say, when these came out, I waited about 6 months, and my buddy Jared Eberhard called and said, Draplin, Helvetica has never looked as good as it does on this phone. And it shamed me kind of into this, and I went and looked at it, and Helvetica Bold was beautiful back in 2007 or 8 or whatever. And just why I want to show this, I know you guys, is just stop and think how lucky we are to have this as a tool. Just think about that a little bit, because I know people, they shit on them, or it's everything's going too fast. Every time I pick this thing up, I just feel a little bit thankful, how it's sped up my life in a lot of weird ways and a lot of good ways too, right? Okay. All right, here we go with a couple what are they called? Mechanics gloves, right? Now listen, I saw these on some Capitol storming asshole on the news or whatever. Those people. I don't use it for storming Capitals, people. I use this for cutting down cardboard. Okay, out here, it's Thursday today. I wear gloves, I cut away from myself, and I go out there and kick that cardboard's ass. But I glove up, okay? And I, just a simple little mechanics glove, okay? Camouflage, you can't see them around the backyard. Here are just a couple moments of spirit that I play with all day long. I carry them in my little bag and stuff. I have a Keith Richards pick there's some 2018 tour, and I have an old mid-90s Dinosaur Jr. pick, right? So this is just still to this day my favorite band, Dinosaur Jr., all the way back to high school. And then, Keith Richards is just cool, right? Just little reminders. I don't know if they touch these things, but I like to kind of nerd out on that stuff. All right, here we have just a simple Hex Pencil, DDC 010, the DDC brand bonded lead pencil. Never underestimate the power of pencil in your field notes, right? The idea of a good design, a weird idea, fleshing something out here first, and then jumping on those computers and stuff. I was trained that way. That's where I'm the most free. And without this stuff, I get a little skeeved out, So just the power of a pencil at all times in a pocket, behind my ear, in my bag, whatever it's going to be, I keep them around. Back-to-back little kick-ass Saul Bass, thick lines, Bell telephone, these are probably from the mid-70s, I don't know, but I keep them around, pencil sharpeners, right? And there they are. They're not all that cool. They're little, crusty little promotional items or something, but I use them daily, and I love them. That's one of my favorite logos of all time, right? Because here's the deal. This is always a reminder of me that a logo can work this big, And then also on the side of like, you know, a telephone pole or something, right? Or on a train 2 miles away across the West. That's graphic design, right? So I guess I'd say this is a reminder to keep things simple, right? All right. Oh man, I love talking about this one. A James Brand times DDC Folsom Orange kick-ass knife. They are so cool. Cut away from yourself. It's called the DDC Stuff Sheath, right? Simple little leather sheath that I make here in Portland. Now, they're manufactured by my buddies called Red Clouds Collective. That's my buddies Seth Neefus and Casey Neefus. They make these for me. We do, I don't know, 300-400 a year, and they're awesome. It's just a simple thing to, you know, carry your field notes. I got my Vax card in there. Oh, I got a little sizzle pie, a little gift card I've been whittling down, and that one's on the down low for all of our listeners here who might be sort of, you know, pizza conscious. You know, certain things we don't want them getting out into the ether, but man, I destroy some of that sizzle pie down there. But this thing, when I'm on the road, I use it hourly to hold tickets and stubs and little things I find on the ground and shit. And of course, you know, whatever I collected that day, it's just a little catch-all, right? But it's quick in, it's quick out. And we sell a ton of these, you know, on the DDC. Go check those out, called the DDC Stuff Sheet. DDC Stuff Sheet. I mean, you'll put links to all this shit, right? And these are just Pentel sign pens. They're a couple bucks. It's my favorite little felt tip marker. I've been using them for years. The first time I ever got one was when I went to New York City with my cousin Tommy, and he took me down to Pearl Paint, you know, on Canal there. I got a bunch of colors. There might be a couple still from, you know, that first trip in '97 or something, but I use these things ferociously day to day, you know, to make logos and make things and quickly fill stuff in. And they have a ton of colors. And you know what I like about these? They're not too precious. They can take a beating, you know, you can chew on them and shit, and they're just a couple bucks a pop. Okay? Here's another James Brand product. I don't even know what it is. It was the toothpick thing. What was it called?
The Randolph.
Dear Randolph, give me toothpicks. So check it out. This is this incredible reminder. I mean, yeah, it holds toothpicks, but there's something weird and compulsive about how beautiful it just feels in your hands. And I play with them, right? And yeah, I use toothpicks to clean bullshit out of my teeth, sure. But there's just something about how tight they are, how beautifully designed these things are. The Randolph by James, you know, this is a reminder of like when your friends do cool things, I go right to this thing. And Coulter's little James Brand, he's working with all these cool people, you know, and they make this incredible stuff. It's just like surprising. Every time I pick it up, I'm surprised how good it feels in your hands, right? Okay. Here we have just this super nice machined aluminum record adapter. I don't know, I call it a little plug or a little hole for the 45, but why this thing is so sort of crucial in my daily experiences, when I'm playing records, you know, big 33 1/3, you know, sure. If I go down and do, you know, some 45 night, if I don't have this thing around, you know, this is on my record player at all times, right? And I got it online somewhere. You guys look it up and go find the place. It was reasonably priced, but it was beautifully machined, and it was just this example of like, you can get plastic ones and things. On this one, I splurged because you can't live without it, you know, playing records, right? When it's 45 night here on the DDC factory floor. So go check these out. All right, let's keep going here. Now, I don't know the exact provenance of this logo, but it's one of my favorite logos from all across America. And I know it was some sort of like shipping or something out of Stockton, California. And listen, everyone loves to shit on Stockton. I know it's not the Bay Area. I know it's not this. I know whatever. But I went to Stockton and I spoke, and those kids ate me alive, and we had a great time. And I found this little plug there off a bottle top or something. It's one of my favorite logos, and now you can see it in its full glory here. See, by the power of multimedia. There it is. But go check this thing out. I don't even know what it's for, but I mean, I just keep it in my stuff. I play with it. You know, I find it in my bag. And it reminds me to keep things simple, you know, simple moves, simple geometry, right? All right, here's my wallet. Here's my wallet. And this is a Tanner Goods wallet. I don't even know if this version is still around, Tanner Goods, but I have had this thing for about 15 years. And the idea is this. When I went into Tanner, you know, it was 160 bucks or something. I remember squirming a little bit, but I knew the guys, they were helping us make some products for field notes and stuff. I bought this thing. I use this thing every single day. Every single day. It's got my money, my cards, my goodies, a couple artifacts in there, some cold hard cash, whatever. But about a year ago, you know, I know it's a weird time and we're all on edge and stuff, but my most emotional moment was about a year ago. I lost my wallet, right? We tore the house apart, up and down, and it's getting towards the end of the day, and I have to travel the next day to go back to see my mom in Michigan. I don't have my wallet. And what do? You know, I've got a passport, I've got things, but I'm on the edge of tears because I have to cancel all my cards, all my stuff. But beyond that, all the way deep inside, you know, I have a couple artifacts from my dad who died and shit like that, and some $100 bills and whatever the hell else tacked away. That's what made me so sad. Okay, that night, one last Hail Mary, I just take another perimeter check, and I see this thing popping up. It had fell out of my little, you know, jean jacket pocket or something, jumping out of the car that afternoon, and there it was in a pile of leaves, and I just picked out of leaves. It was soaking wet because it had rained on it all night, and I cried my eyes out, and I got my wallet back. So what I did was I sliced a little zim-zam in here, and I put one of these, you know, these little tile little guys in there now, right? And I hooked it all up to the internet, whatever the hell it is, you know, to the tubes and stuff on the net. And now, if I lose my thing, it kind of, you know, can help me find it. And you know, I will use this thing until it dies. I don't need 10 wallets, I need one. So thank you, Tanner Goods. Okay, everybody, this one's getting a little tricky. But here, it's time to sell. It's time to do a little bit of selling. So listen up, people. This is a record by a band called Harshmell. My buddy Otis and Sarah on bass, okay? My buddy O, we'll call him, you know, O. O is just a man of skateboarding and bands and San Diego's and Los Angeleses and all sorts of stuff. And about a year back, he tasked me with making, you know, the design and stuff for the new Harshmell single. And check out this kick-ass orange vinyl. These were pressed at Third Man Records in Detroit, Michigan, right? It comes with a kick-ass little sticker sheet. I mean, we even made sure that we popped for the nice little protective black sleeve. These are printed at Stockton Printing. Lots of links going on right now, I know. But my favorite thing to make in the world is a record because it's tactile, you get to play with it, you get to touch it. There's so many decisions that happen. It's one thing when your buddy makes a record, and maybe it's not your kind of jam, right? But you still help out because you love the process. What about when your buddy makes a couple songs and you love them and you listen to that shit, you know, at full volume all summer? That's what's going on here. These songs rip. It's got Dale and Buzz from the Melvins. It's got this Arrow to Wild from Starcrawler doing some vocals. You know, this isn't supposed to happen. We made 1,000 of these things. They're out now on DDC Records, right? So go check them out. The link is provided. But it rips. Lots of color, lots of fun. They turned out awesome. Okay? All right. Car keys. So listen, this thing goes deep. First of all, I've got my little Elko from James brand. So cool. First run we did was, I think it was 400. Sold it in like 8 minutes. People got hip to it. Next run we did was 700. 5 minutes. So we've got another blast finally on deck, you know, but just a simple little knife that I use all day long when I'm on the road. Haven't been going out much in this whole pandemic thing, but I use it around the shop here, whatever, you know. Here's a little James brand hardened carabiner, you know. I don't know how to make these things. Every time I play with this stuff, I just kind of marvel at what Coulter's been able to pull off, you know, how good it feels in your hands, how functional it is to go on my jeans or something, right? You know, but yeah, the little hardened little carabiner by James brand. Here's another one of those tile things. Can't recommend this shit enough. You lose your keys, you lose your wallet, you lose your laptop, you lose your kid. I don't know. Get a tile going on this thing, you know. It's worth every penny. And as we go around, you know, there's some car keys and some bullshits. I don't even know what this little thing is. It's some little U.S. government little pry bar, you know, and may or may not have gotten a little spicy out there on the road, getting some, you know, getting some signs off of shit. But we don't want to get to some simple larceny there. And finally, the little Ship John plectrum pouch on, you know, on my DDC roster of merch. Go check out Ship John, you guys. Awesome jackets and boots and cool things and leather and stuff. Mike's awesome. He made me these little pouches, and what these things hold, you know, fair price, made right here in Portland. They hold guitar picks, right? So when I'm on the road, you know, pre-pandemic, sure, going to guitar stores and cool stuff, you know, I would lose my picks. Now it's on my, you know, on my keys, keeps it there. Little orange thing, takes a beating. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Ship John. Go check these guys out. Buy some kick-ass jacket or jeans or whatever the hell. Great stuff over at Ship John. All right, and you know, so check it out. I think that's basically it here, you know. Let me wipe the tears up here with my little ass pocket handkerchief. But thanks for having me, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this stuff. There's going to be a million links to click. While I got you here, check out Draplin.com. All sorts of bullshit, 300 items there. Go to fieldnotesbrand.com and load up fair price stuff. Go to ddcfonts.com and buy some typefaces, right? Go to DDC Records, get the new Harshmellow record. And beyond that, be kind to each other, stay cool, stay curious, and thanks for letting me stink this thing up.